When I woke up, the room was empty. It felt like the whole world had abandoned me. A nurse came in.
Mr. Pierce asked me to tell you, after a miscarriage, you should give up racing. The team has decided to suspend you for 3 years. As for the street racing matter and the threatening letter, he said he'll deal with you after the exhibition race. Mrs. White, are you really not together with Mr. Pierce? I've been rooting for you two for the longest time, so you actually like someone else? When Mr. Pierce found out about the miscarriage, he was furious. He looked devastated. He kept asking us why you would betray him.
I didn't catch what she said after that. I checked my phone. I had been out for a full 24 hours. I was leaving tomorrow, but there were a few things I had to take care of first. I called the police directly. With their help, I obtained the surveillance footage Tiffany had been holding over me. At the same time, I provided my alibi. On the day my supposed look-alike was illegally racing, I had been at the hospital for a prenatal checkup. AJ's body had long since vanished, but the police pulled my schedule and communication records. I had neither the time nor the motive to murder a small, innocent animal. For the threatening letter, the police took forensic samples. They compared my handwriting against the letter Tiffany had received. My name was cleared fast. By the next morning, both matters were settled. I went back to the company and placed the resignation letter and the velvet box on Jackson's desk. Then I started packing up my things, but my pace notes were gone. A colleague covered her mouth and laughed.
Avery, yours probably over. A 3-year suspension, you might as well just resign. Mr. Pierce already took Tiff out on vacation to recover. 10 years of being his lapdog, and in the end you've got nothing. Oh, and Mr. Pierce wants Tiff as his co-driver for this race. Your pace notes have been taken.
In 10 years, I had drawn countless pace notes. They were every ounce of effort I had poured in. They were the witness to my partnership with Jaxson. One careless word, taken, wiped out every year I had given. My fingers trembled. The pain in my chest tore through me again. But then I gave a relieved smile. If we were going to end this, let it be a clean break. I went home in silence and erased every trace of myself from those 10 years. I burned, threw out, and sold everything. When it was all done, I turned and headed for the airport. While waiting to board, I saw Jaxson and Tiffany's interview playing on the giant screen.
Mr. Pierce, who is Miss Tiffany Blake to you?
She is my eyes.
My memory was yanked back 10 years. Jaxson had once stood in front of a wall of reporters too. He had proudly declared in front of all of them that I was his eyes. 10 years ago, he needed me. He couldn't do anything without me. 10 years later, he had become the king of the track, and somewhere along the way, he forgot what I meant. Giving myself a bitter smile, I blocked Jaxson on every platform I could. Right before I boarded, the company group chat suddenly exploded with messages. It turned out that on Tiffany's very first time co-driving for Jaxson, she couldn't even read my pace notes because they were stolen, and mine were nothing like other people's, far more detailed and harder to decode. The race was starting in 1 hour. Jaxson irritably called my number.
Sorry, the number you have dialed cannot be reached.
The moment I stepped off the plane, I spotted Mr. Kingsley in the crowd. He looked at me as though he was sizing up a worthy opponent. We held eye contact for a long while. He looked away first. The tips of his ears went red. He walked over and took my suitcase from my hand.
Flight okay? You must be tired.
I'm fine. Thanks for picking me up yourself, Mr. Kingsley.
You can call me Lucas.
In the car, I noticed a back support cushion on the passenger seat.
I heard you had a back injury once.
The navigation showed 45 minutes to our destination.
Thanks.
What followed was a suffocating silence. 20 minutes later, Lucas switched on the car radio. The first headline was about Jaxson. Lucas switched it off without a word. I picked up my phone instead. It was flooded with headlines about him. The exhibition race had been a complete success. Jaxson drove the entire course himself and took first place. Tiffany sat pretty and quiet, without flipping her pace notes open once. 5-time champion, king of Highland Rally, youngest rally champion in history. True enough, Jaxson was bright enough already. The mountain of honors stacked on him had made him forget where he came from. Just then, Tiffany sent me a video call.
How had I forgotten to block her?
I tapped my screen and accidentally hit accept.
Avery, have you seen the news? Jaxson does just fine without you. You actually had the nerve to block Jaxson? I'd suggest you stop taking yourself so serious.
Right as I was about to hang up, Jaxson stepped into the video. He was holding the resignation letter from his
Avery,
desk.
you don't want to work here anymore? Fine. I'll grant your wish. If you have the guts, you can disappear from this life!
With that, he signed the resignation form on the spot. HR was scrambling to push the paperwork through above his shouting. Then Jaxson noticed the velvet box on his desk. It was my gift to him. I waited patiently for his reaction. He flipped open the box. Then he unfolded the prenatal test result.
Avery, you're so funny. What era is this? Are you leaving Jaxson a letter written in blood?
But she didn't notice. Jaxson kept his eyes locked on the paper in his hand until finally he saw the miscarriage report. The instant he raised his head and looked at me through the screen, I ended the video call without hesitation.
You like Jaxson? Should I be worried about bringing you onto my team?
I used to. Not anymore.
It was only now that I finally saw it. Jaxson had never once defined our relationship with me. He would say he liked me. He would even swear that he loved me forever. But the truth I caught on to far too late was he had never once said any of it under the title of boyfriend or lover. I suddenly saw how absurd and laughable my 10 years had been. When I arrived at my new team, I became Lucas's co-driver. Before training began, Lucas asked me,
Avery, you are the best co-driver. Are you really willing to co-drive for me? You can still walk away.
I had seen Lucas race before. He was second only to Jaxson. But the real reason I picked him was that he was the steadiest driver I'd ever come across. He had trained himself well, just not well enough. Because our next major event was the WRC Rally Finland. He needed more practice. Started, I blended in well with the new team. No one looked down on me for being a woman. No one shut me out for having been Jackson's co-driver. On day 3 of my new life, I got a text from an unknown number.
Avery, the miscarriage was my fault. Forgive me, please.
I frowned and blocked the number. After the second day's training, another message from Jaxson came in.
Where are you? I've already apologized. What do you want me to do? Get down on my knees?
Day 3, day 4, day 5, texts like that came in every single day, like a thorn lodged in my flesh. In the end, I couldn't take it anymore and changed my phone number. I had used that number for more than 10 years. It was tied to everything. I used to find changing it too much of a hassle, but Jaxson really was unbearable. 3 months later, at the Rally Finland car crash test, I saw Jaxson again. He grabbed my wrist.
Are you over it? Did you finally come to watch me race?
Before I could speak, Lucas yanked me behind him and looked down at Jaxson.
Jaxson, are you delusional?
Jaxson lost his composure first. He had never seen me stand that close to another man. After all, my eyes had only ever been on him. People who are loved tend to grow arrogant, so when he saw Lucas holding my hand, he completely lost it.
Avery is my girlfriend!
How did this man lie so easily?
Before he could say more, Lucas cut in coolly.
Avery is my co-driver.
The two of them looked seconds away from throwing punches. I stepped forward and spoke.
If I remember correctly, Jaxson, you never treated me as your girlfriend. I wasn't your girlfriend before, and I'll never be your girlfriend after. Jaxson, I liked you for a few years. That's all. You don't actually think that high of yourself, do you?
Avery, I know you resent me, but the baby is gone. We can still have another one after we get married.
Shut up! When I was lying in that crash, what were you doing? And you still have the nerve to bring this up? If he hadn't mentioned the baby, I might still have been able to talk to him calmly. But that was the one thing he should never ever have brought up.
He had no idea how much I had once dreamed of building a family of 3 with him.
Jaxson, I've done more than my share for you. Take care of yourself.
Seeing me ready to leave, the anger on Jackson's face turned to panic. He stepped forward and grabbed my hand.
Did you forget the promise you made me 10 years ago? You wanted to get married, Ree. I can do it. After the Rally Finland, let's get married, okay? Come back with me. I'll never draw another could drive in person perfect. Just what's even without you, what Inameo used to.
So he still remembered the promise from 10 years ago. I almost laughed in exasperation. The humble, hungry boy from 10 years ago had been swallowed up, championship by championship. He had once said he would never forget where he came from, but again and again, drowning in flowers and applause, he had betrayed those beginnings.
I admitted I had loved him once, but I didn't love him anymore. Somewhere along the way, this man had started to disgust me. Promises? You've made so many vows, have you kept a single one? I don't love you anymore. Why would I marry you? Enough. Talking is a waste of time. I'll see you on the track.
Back to the team, Lucas found my mood was low. He brought me a cup of black coffee and sat down across from me.
It's how I take mine. Figured you might want one too.
I took the coffee and took a sip, just how I liked it.
Thanks.
He didn't push me to talk. He just sat there with his own coffee, in no hurry. After a while, he spoke again.
Want to hear a legend? It might take your mind off things.
Legend?
The legendary king of the Highland Rally wasn't Jaxson. There was someone else.
Who?
The driver I've been chasing. At 18 years old, that driver conquered the Highland Rally, the most brutal course of WRC. Set a course record nobody has broken to this day.
What was the driver's name?
Nobody knows. They say at that race, the driver was only trying to push past their own limits. The car dropped into the lake, both the driver and the car, gone, no trace. That's why it's a legend. But I believe it actually happened 10 years ago.
Thanks for the story and the coffee.
That night, Tiffany came storming over to find me.
Avery! Avery, what did you do to Jaxson? The race is tomorrow and he's still drinking himself stuck tonight.
She actually had the nerve to come alone. Time to settle some old accounts. How does it feel? Dismembering your own dog with your own hands?
You! What are you saying? I didn't...
Oh, can't remember? Let me help you sober up? Uncomfortable? Shame I don't have any ice on hand. You probably won't sober up at this rate.
Tiffany struggled with everything she had, but it was useless. She had forgotten. Those of us who race have stamina well beyond normal people. The last time, I had just come out of a miscarriage. My body was too weak, and there were several men with her. I never had a chance. Now, just her, on her own? Bring me 2 more like her. I'd take them all on. Unable to fight back, Tiffany broke down sobbing and begging for help. I dragged her straight under the faucet. I was ready to wash her brain out.
Avery.
I loosened my grip.
Jack! This lunatic is trying to kill me! Help me, please!
But Jaxson pushed her away without a second thought. Tiffany froze where she was.
Jax?
My fiancé is right here. Don't call me that.
Fiancé? Your fiancé? Avery?
Mr. Pierce, you really have no shame. Avery already told you she doesn't love you. Why are you still hanging on her like a leech? It's you! You the one who seduced my woman? Avery is mine!
Before he could fight back, I kicked Jaxson straight in the gut.
Are you insane? Where did this rabbit dog come from? Get lost.